This episode of the Boss Rush Podcast is brought to you by, well, you. If you want to learn more about Boss Rush Media's family of podcasts, head on over to bossrushmedia.com or patreon.com/bossrushmedia. Thanks for your continued support.
Hey, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Boss Rush After Dark, the alternative podcast show for the Boss Rush Network. It's your boy, LeRon Dawkins, back in the house. And as always, my wonderful co-hosts are here with me tonight. So, welcome back to the show. Stephen Klimoff. Hey, what's going on?
Hey, happy to be here.
Oh, yeah, we're happy you're back. Even though, like, you've been back for 2 shows now, so yeah. But yeah.
Still feeling fresh, and Paxel's joining us, and she's giving me a little massage.
How's the dating life going with the mature men?
Just a little disappointing.
Just listen to the latest episode of Boss Rush Podcast. You'll figure it all out. Like, nobody wants to get naked for her.
No, and it's just I need a little something, okay?
Speaking of needing a little something, Corey Derrick, welcome back.
So, hi LeRon. So this week I was followed on Instagram by someone named Vicky Mellons. Obviously a spam account. But the worst part is, flat as a board.
There were no melons?
No, 0. Nope.
False advertising.
Just 2 quote-unquote selfies and a bunch of terrible inspirational quotes. You know,
Really?
typical spam account.
Yeah.
Shame on you, Vicky.
Little tease.
That bitch.
Oh, man.
All right, and Pat Klein, of course, always a pleasure.
Oh, that's what everyone says when they meet me.
Jeez.
Oh my god. Do I even want to start with the banter tonight? Should we just get into the topics?
Well, wait. Corey had a funny anecdote.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I told it. I remember.
Oh, that was the anecdote?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh my god. All right, so how is everybody?
Great.
How's everybody doing on this Wednesday?
Fantastic.
Yep.
Like for anybody that's watching, yes, I've been out drinking bracelet on. Yeah, I did some day drinking today. Like I went to a social event for business and networking and stuff like that. And yeah, like I started drinking at 5 o'clock. And just like every immature person in the world, I have not taken off the VIP strap yet.
Well, it's a badge of honor.
I'll probably go to sleep in it tonight.
That's right.
Only because
Take a shower with you
I'm
tomorrow.
not strong enough anymore. I'll just like yank these things off.
They make those things last.
Yeah, you do. I wonder if, I feel like I can get out of my hospital bracelets easier than I can get out of these I've been drinking bracelets.
You know, it's because a lot of drunk people still need those on to be able to drink more. And so they have to be durable. They have to withstand fire and blades and stone and...
I've known some people that have done some absolutely dumbass things drunk. Shit, like I've known I've had a friend that he wasn't even stupid drunk. Like he had a few beers in him and thought it was a good idea to walk on hot embers.
Sounds like a great idea.
That was
You
a
didn't
visiting
feel a
emergency
thing?
room. That was a visiting emergency. Oh, he felt it.
Afterwards?
Yeah, that was an emergency room visit for him. I have known a couple of people who died driving drunk and stuff like that. So there's that.
I had someone pee in my car.
Oh, I've had the pukers in the car. Yeah,
Ooh.
that's fun. That's fun. Yeah. Um, luckily for me, I typically can hold my liquor.
Yeah, I have not been a very good with that. I've been the puker, for example. I've been the person people need to look out for when drinking. But thankfully, those are days gone. No longer,
At least that you can remember.
right?
uh, drunk humor. Blackout drunk humor.
Yeah. So so we had an interesting conversation over the weekend, and I think it's only good that we kind of wrap it up here on the show. Last week I mentioned to Corey and Stephanie in a text about, like, and actually we talked about just a little bit on last week's show too about sleep hygiene and stuff like that. And Stephanie hit us with a whole bunch of stuff, which, I'm just gonna go ahead and just toss it to Stephanie, because then you just made me feel like, oh my god, like I could die because I don't get
No,
enough sleep.
no. So I am subscribed. My subscription's ending soon to Noom, because it was advertised the hell to me through various social media channels, and I finally cave in because I did want to lose just a little bit of weight, just enough to kind of not have to buy new clothes. Like, that's kind of where I determine when I need to start losing weight. And a lot of my life I've been raised with a lot of unhealthy dieting, like really bad ways to lose weight. I mean, especially, I mean, it's not strictly, it doesn't occur to strictly females, like men uh, have body dysmorphia too. But like, know someone that literally, whenever they are back in the dating world and they finally start talking to a guy, they literally just stop eating,
Oh,
and that's just fucking awful. Anyway, so I joined Noom. And it's supposed to be like a more psychologically based way to control your diet, and as a result, you lose weight. And there's three parts of it. One is logging your meals, weighing yourself every day, and then reading up on lessons, various psych tricks to lower and maintain your weight. And what I had shared, I should still have the screenshots here somewhere. Do 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 do. Well, no, I forgot what chat I shared it in. No. Oh, there's my picture of me looking up Game Boys. Anyway, it had to do with sleep and your sleep's impact on weight and other health conditions. Studies published in journals from sleep to obesity have long showed links between electronic use and sleep disruption, weight gain, obesity, and lifestyle-related health conditions like type 2 diabetes. Electronics, especially at night, have a direct impact on melatonin production, which directly impacts your ability to sleep, and the hormones that regulate your weight, sleep quality, and time. And then they had this like cool, funky graph about how electronic use has blue light, and blue light exposure supposedly causes you to drop melatonin, which disrupts your sleep, and it increases your ghrelin, which is your hunger hormone, and decreases leptin. Leptin is the hormone that makes you feel full. So apparently, there is this association with blue light exposure to decrease melatonin. And with all this disruption of sleep and hunger, you have difficulty losing weight. And I shared that with you guys, not because I think y'all are fat or anything, but I know, like, we we've had discussions about
oh, I'm
lifestyle and
oh, oh
health
I'm
and
I'm
fitness
I'm
and
pretty
food.
fat.
No, and like, for example, like Corey, you're on this amazing journey, improving your health and like, all that stuff. And I shared it because there was the thing about blue lights, and oh yeah, it was our topic last week about bedtime activities, right? So I wanted to share, like, I don't know, they're in these magazines and studies, but I feel like I hear from people all the time that they do stuff right before bed and then they have no problem sleeping. So I'm wondering, like, if it's not necessarily a guaranteed issue you're going to have, maybe it's for people that have problems sleeping, and therefore you need to start like slowly eliminating factors that could disrupt your sleep. Because I'm pretty sure many of us do use electronics of some form right before bed, right?
I do. I used to. I mean, I used to watch TV. I used to fall asleep with the TV on. Like I would just watch TV until I fall asleep. And now I subscribe to this YouTube channel that's just white noise and like it's black screen, uh just like rain and thunderstorm sounds,
Okay,
and it
well
really helps me fall
that's
asleep.
audio. I think
Yeah.
the point was blue light getting into
Yeah,
your
like
eyeballs.
Yeah, no,
being
I
on the
know what you mean. I
computer.
just meant I used to watch like
Mm,
real
mm.
TV until I fell asleep and with my phone like in my face. And now I just don't do that.
I definitely am a TV on as I go to bed person.
Mhm.
Yeah, because I'm one of those people like I need background noise to
Mhm.
fall asleep.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, like a fan is not background noise enough. Now the one time I do actually have no problems going to sleep without like having a TV or something on is like me and my boyfriend are together and we're going to bed for the night. Like I have no problem like going to bed. Well, number one is because like he does not like a TV on at night.
Get rid of
But
him.
Mhm.
right? No. I'm gonna slowly turn him to the dark side. Like he's gonna understand that some type of Star Trek is gonna be on at night when it's bedtime. How's it go? Like you don't show them who you truly are until you move in with them. Yeah.
Oh God, that's a terrible decision.
Mhm.
No. That's very fucked up. But nah, he's gonna learn. Well, it's funny. He and I have had the conversation, and neither one of us said this in exact words, but we both knew what the implications were. That basically, like the second bedroom is going to be used for a separate sleeping.
I do know some married couples that do separate sleeping arrangements.
Yeah, I think it's on the one hand, I think it's weird, but the other hand, I can understand why it's necessary. Like my boyfriend's an academic. He's a professor for a university out here and stuff like that. So there are going to be nights when like he's gonna probably have to sleep in the other room because like either I'm already going to be in the bed like either watching television or something, and he's going to need like wind down time, or he's going to need to continue working, or one of us is already going to be in the bed asleep and it's just going to be super late at night, and it's easier just for the other person to go to the other room and sleep and not disturb the other person that's already asleep and stuff like that. But this whole I don't get this whole thing where like like we're married and yeah, we sleep in two separate beds. Like what is this, like Leave It to Beaver? What is this?
No, I mean they have their fun, and then they
Oh, I know,
enjoy their
oh, I know.
peaceful rest without kicking or snoring.
Oh, trust me, I know how it is.
Or
I just
night
think it's, I just
terrors.
think I just think it's weird because you know what? Like if I wake up in the middle of the night and I want to spoon somebody, like they better be in the fucking bed.
But what if your partner wakes up screaming in the middle of the night? Or
I'll just slap the shit out of them until they go back to sleep.
Jeez.
It's not real. Shut the fuck up.
go back to sleep.
No, it's funny because last night my roommate was out, and it was a lot easier for me just to have the puppies in the bed with me, as opposed to them being out in their crate, like whining and stuff, and stuff like that. Not that they have that type of separation anymore. Like at night they can sleep in the crate by themselves and stuff like that. But it's just a lot easier because if I go to my room and I close the door, their crates upstairs in the hallway. Um, they'll it takes them a while to settle down when it's just them by themselves. But like if you have them in the bed with you, they settle down real fast, and stuff like that. So like it's like when he came home last night, like he came into my room to get them, and the one dog just started barking, scared the shit out of me to the, to the point where I almost threw her out the bed. And yeah, I'm one of those people. Like, I don't like being violently being woken up. Like, you don't like I'm like, the cool thing about me is I'm a light sleeper, so you do not have to, like, you don't have to like shake me to wake me up or whatnot. You can just lightly touch me or call my name and I'll wake up. So like, imagine like a dog just barking, like, like the world's on fire.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, for me, you have to throw a pillow at me hard, as happened before when I've snored.
You know, this is really mean, but when I was married and my ex-husband was a snorer sometimes and it could get really bad. I mean, some nights he didn't. That's why like I didn't reliably wear earplugs because I needed to listen to my alarm. And what I would do if he starts snoring, I would just I would just pinch his nose until he kind of woke up
Until
because
you
he couldn't
woke up
breathe.
or died.
That's how people get apnea.
My wife
Well,
did that to
the
me.
good news is that he doesn't have apnea. So
Better news is he's still alive.
yes, he's still alive. Don't worry. You won't find me on those like crime shows, murder by sleep.
Why women kill.
Yeah.
First cause money, second cause snoring.
Yeah, but I do tend to fall asleep with the TV on. Like, it's just easier for me, especially if it's like reruns, something I've seen a million times over. It's just easy. Like, it's a better knockout drug than like melatonin or like taking a hot toddy or whatnot. Like, it's just
Yeah, I
it's
feel like people are different. I know technology's different. I don't know if it's the same, but when I knew the day that I will never sleep in the same room as a TV was back when there was I don't know, maybe I was sleeping in my parent like I was a kid sleeping in my parents' room. When you're a little kid, I noticed when the TV's off, I could still see like a very faint glow. Like the TV was off, but it was like a low
You were
light.
watching The Exorcist, weren't you?
uh,
I don't know, but I just
Not
felt
The
like,
Exorcist, Poltergeist.
oh my gosh, I hope not, but I just felt like this electronic like I don't know, I'm not saying like ooh, I could feel the electro waves. I don't know, it just like deeply disturbed me and I just like don't don't want that in my room. My room needs to be pitch black and silent for me to sleep. But, I don't know, like, I'm on my phone for a little bit before bed. I play my Switch before bed, and usually I don't have trouble sleeping. I think the only time I have trouble sleeping is if I'm playing a very, like, action, intense, heart-pumping game, or, like, if I just rolled credits on Final Fantasy 16, I'll be lying in bed staring at the ceiling thinking about it. But I think that's more the experience than the blue light. How about you, Pat? Like, I'm sure you
Well, Final Fantasy 16 definitely kept me up at night because
mhm.
that was a lot to take in. Giggity.
Wow.
You know what? I have noticed if I do play a very action-oriented game, it will take me a little bit longer to fall asleep. Versus sometimes to offset that, I'll probably like play a little bit of a puzzle game, maybe exhaust my mind a bit. Um, but for me, it's more just the random thoughts that come into my head when I'm in bed. Just kind of thinking about the day or the next day, or just absolutely random thoughts from like 15, 20 years
Mhm.
ago and how it could have been. You know, I got to try and train my mind to just kind of be quiet, and eventually somehow I fall asleep.
you're one of those people. You're one of those people that rewind arguments that you lost in the past and
Oh
win
my
them.
gosh, all the time.
Yeah,
Even
they're
arguments I never had with people, argue in my head.
hypothetical arguments, yeah.
uh,
Yeah, there
Like,
be
you know
times
what, Tina? This is why I can't stand your ass.
Jeez.
there
uh,
be times where I'm like, "Where's my birth certificate?" Like, just some, like, random important thing. I'm like, "Oh, no. Where's my birth certificate? What if I need it?"
Shit, I do need it. We got that
Oh
real
my,
estate thing starting up sometime in
oh
like the
my
next
god.
5 years.
But I think the only thing that I do feel that impacts me with blue light is that because my work is staring at a computer all day. My hobby is looking at a screen. That I do feel like I've been more prone to headaches in the last few years. And at first, I didn't really buy into this stupid little blue light glasses, but I caved. I bought one. I feel that I don't need to wear it 24/7, but if I wear it for a bulk of the day, I don't have as many headaches. So I do feel like blue light bothers my eyes to some extent, but for me, it's not sleep.
Yeah, when I wear my blue light blocking glasses, like one thing, I get less eye fatigue.
Mm-hmm. I think that's what it is, right? You get headaches from the strain from your
Yeah,
eyes, right? Yeah, so
yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Mm, yeah. Like I stare at screens all the time. There's a screen right here, screen right here, screen up there. Like I've got my phone. I've got my phone running because I'm watching this guy play Mega Man 2 right now. I'm surprised the tablet's not on. I'm surprised the ROG Ally is not on doing something. Screens galore.
do you guys ever kind of get a little wary about how close proximity are to so many electronics and whether or not that's good for our overall health?
Well,
Yeah,
I've been
we're all
told.
gonna
I've been
die.
told by almost every doctor I've had that that's a myth.
Mm.
You know, we're all gonna die some way or another. Let me die
No, our
comfortably
cell
here with.
phones are not putting punching holes in our brain, Pat.
You know what? Tell that to the people who just said that that emergency announcement that happened today was this testing the 5G's capability of creating Marburg syndrome in our
Oh my
bodies, or
god. Oh my
What?
god.
Marburg illness or whatever disease. It's one of those fun conspiracy theories about 5G and that it's gonna activate the things in the COVID vaccines that cause Marburg disease, and that this signal was meant to activate it.
You're making the pharmacist's brain hurt.
Well, good night, everybody. We just killed stuff.
Oh, yikes.
No, it's like that the sad and the reason why maybe like it bothers me even more in addition to me being a pharmacist and oh, okay, regulate, Steph, regulate. Is like I know people that are just a little too into conspiracy theories, and it really bugs the fuck out of me. Like I understand you never want to believe everything at face value, and like the whole point of a conspiracy theory, so to speak, is to think outside the box. Maybe not everything's at face value, but they're also called theories for a reason because they're not based on fact.
If
And
it's too
some of this stuff's so fucking weird,
if it's too good to be true, it's probably false. If it's too false to be true, it's probably also false. I don't
right?
know.
Oh my gosh, I can't. All right, I can't.
Uh,
Wow.
I will say though, I did see a very funny meme today about that. About the testing signal. You know how that Kevin James meme has gone like really popular? The one
Mhm.
where he's like in the shirt and he's just like
Yeah.
shrugging. It was notification. We're going to be testing the network at 2:20, and you notice how it happened 2 minutes early. It
Oh
happened at
no.
2:18.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and it's like whatever the agency is, 2:18, and you just see the Kevin James shrug because
Jeez.
they did it early. I don't know. I laughed my ass off. I thought that was funny.
Oh, that 5G thing. Wasn't the whole 5G thing too was that's how people got COVID? Like some people think that's how they
Yeah,
transmitted COVID.
yeah.
I'm like, oh,
And the
science. Come
activation
on,
of
guys.
the micro the nanotech that's in the vaccines, and that's why they pushed it.
Uh,
Coincides with the 5G towers, man.
listen.
Jeez.
All right, nope, nope. Self-regulate, Steph. We're gonna move on.
All
We're just
right.
talking about conspiracy theories, guys.
Well, I'll tell you what. Let's conspire to see who how well we know each other.
Okay.
I want to do this. I've been wanting to do this for a while, and I figure tonight's a perfect night to do it. Let's play the game. Two truths, one lie. We all know how this game is played, right?
Mhm.
Basically, we present to each other, to everyone, three things by ourselves. Two of these are true, and one of them is a lie, and then we all have to guess which one's the lie.
Okay.
So that being said, Corey, go first.
So, are we doing them all at once?
Okay, so in a perfect world, we can do two, maybe three rounds of this. But yeah,
I don't know if I have 2 or 3 rounds worth of truth.
okay. But yeah, list your three things all at once. Go.
Hmm. 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 Okay. So, I gotta think. Okay. So, I was okay. Let me see. I'm trying to think of which ones I want to do because I have four. I have
Okay.
4 and 2, so I'm trying to think of which ones I want to do. Okay. I dated someone who we'll say had a dancing job in the evening. I
Why are you censoring it for after dark?
I don't know.
So he
I
dated a
Dude,
stripper.
yeah.
I've dated a stripper, dude. It happens.
Hmm. When I was in when I came home from when I lived in Columbus and I started going to college around here, I dated 3 girls at once for almost 6 months without them knowing. And when I was in high school, I was heavily recruited by Division 1 colleges to play football.
All right, Stephanie, which one do you think is a lie?
So the first one was the stripper one. The second one has to do with dating 3 girls at once. I feel like I heard that story, so I'm gonna go with the last one. The recruiting thing. Even though I know you played sports, but I'm still gonna go with that. What do you guys think?
I'm going with number 1.
I am also going with number one.
Hmm. You guys are all wrong.
What? I thought you did date several girls at once.
Yeah,
2.
yeah,
Just
I
2.
could. It was two. Okay, I could
Oh,
have
you
sworn I remember.
tricky bastard.
I could have
Mhm.
sworn I remember you saying you were a big man whore.
Well, he is a big man whore, even today. Look at that
Yeah.
stud.
But one of those 2 girls was the stripper, uh, which is the one girl that I tell stories about often. So,
Hmm.
uh, yeah, you guys were all wrong. I did almost play D1 football, and then I injured my leg. I like well after after like 5 years, I found out I fractured my leg, but they told me it was a high ankle sprain, and it was, you know, um, I don't know if you guys know who Brian Hartline is. He played wide receiver at Ohio State and in the NFL, but we played football together for different high schools, and he ended up getting recruited by Ohio State. Well, we both were, but then they signed some huge lineman. I got hurt, and he uh, ended up getting the scholarship.
Hmm.
So that was fun.
Nice. Well, you got us.
I did.
Yeah.
Haha.
All right, Pat, your turn.
My turn?
Mhm.
Okay, let's go. Fun religion facts about me.
Religion. You're
Religion,
Buddhist. I knew it.
huh?
What?
Well, there's a lie. All right. Um, I was confirmed Lutheran. I was a preacher for 2 years. I have been excommunicated.
Hmm.
I, f-
Hmm.
I feel like this is a trick. but I think I'm gonna go with the fact that the lie is you being a preacher for 2 years.
No, not 3 years, 2 years.
2 years.
Hmm.
What do you guys
I
think?
I think man, I don't do
I
Lutherans
think I'm
get
also gonna go. Excommunicated is when like you can no longer be associated with the church.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like a Lutheran
So
thing though.
yeah, right.
But he was
I mean,
confirmed Lutheran, so it doesn't mean like
Yeah.
he's a different religion now.
Hmm. I will say I'm gonna say 3 because I can see Pat as a preacher for 2 years and be like, "Fuck you, kids, I'm out." A youth pastor, like a real hip youth pastor.
I'm also gonna go with number 3 because like you have to do something serious to be excommunicated. I mean, because like shit, like look at all the shit like Catholic priests do.
Oh, Jesus.
Well,
I'm not
no, I
saying
feel
all.
like people get excommunicated pretty easily. Like I heard someone say they got excommunicated just by getting divorced.
Jeez.
Well, unfortunately, Stephanie, you do not know me as well as the other two guys do. But I have not gotten excommunicated yet. If I go back to church, however, I will probably be excommunicated.
Oh,
Yep.
no way.
Mm-hmm.
So, oh wow.
So yes, I was confirmed Lutheran, but then I converted over to Mormonism when I was 17. I did serve a 2-year mission. Since then, I have fallen away, and I've had many of sexual encounters, and that would be enough to get me excommunicated from the church.
Hmm.
All right.
I didn't think
So
Lutherans were that strict.
Talking about Mormonism, or are you talking about Lutheran?
Mormons,
Mormons. That's what I
Mormons.
thought.
yeah,
That's
Mormons.
what I thought. Yeah.
Yeah, Mormons are more hardcore than Lutherans.
yeah.
Hear
So
that,
maybe,
everybody? Pat's hardcore.
yeah, maybe if I go back to church, then all 3 of them are truths.
All right.
All right, Stephanie, your turn.
Hold on, before that, I was actually told I should actually send the church, the church headquarters, my resignation.
Ah,
I was told that by a more higher presiding religious figure. He's like, you know what? It's probably better if you just resign from the church before you get
nah,
excommunicated from it.
nah. Make it a spectacle. Make it a
Wow.
spectacle. Be like, toss me out, bitch. Toss me.
Wow.
Let me read you my sins.
Set John Smith on fire. Say, I'm out. Golden plate's out of here.
It's Joseph Smith.
Whatever. I knew it was one of those.
And he was
John
shot, not put on
Joseph.
fire.
It's all the
Jingleheimer
same.
Schmidt.
It's fine. You know what?
All right, Steph, your turn.
All right. Well, I had a couple that I took notes on, but based off of what we've heard so far, I'm gonna go with this one first, just to stay in theme here. Uh, so this is the makeout edition.
Ooh.
I
Makeout edition.
made out with a stripper. I made out with 2 people in one night, or I made out with a cop or a police officer.
I was gonna say the last one for sure, but I know when my ex dressed up as a cop, I wanted to do more than make out. So,
But then when she dressed up as a schoolgirl, that's when the baby came.
here's the thing. I've never really been into the whole schoolgirl thing. It's
I
weird.
thought you
Yeah,
said that's how
same.
you conceived your daughter.
No, I just said it was like a short skirt that was basically a shirt sleeve.
Wow.
Mm.
Well, I feel like certain costumes that turn people on kind of say about some of your maybe subconscious fetishes. So
Mm.
All right, so let's see. Made
I'm
out with a
going with
stripper.
3.
Made out with 2 people in one night. Made out with a cop. I'm going number 2 because like I'm thinking I'm thinking there's a threesome involved in this 2 people in one night. I'm thinking that.
No, Steph's never had a threesome.
Whoa, you know that for sure?
I thought we
Didn't-
talked about it
Yeah,
one
I think
time
she
during
said
our
it on the
episode.
show at
Well,
some point.
making out with two people in one night does not have to necessarily be a threesome. It could be
Okay,
going on
so
a
maybe I'm
bar
just projecting.
crawl.
Yeah.
Look, when LeRon
Maybe
goes,
I'm
he
just
goes hard. He doesn't go
maybe
halfway.
I'm just projecting. Maybe I'm just projecting because like I've had many a threesomes.
Steph
too
told
much
us
work.
her sex life is vanilla, and that's why she had to get a sex book to come up with interesting
Jeez.
positions.
Current
Remember your book?
sex life is vanilla. Not always.
Not always. Okay.
It gets more boring as you get older. Let's
It's
be
true.
honest. Says a
All
lot
right,
about
so
us, I guess.
sorry. So, LeRon,
Hmm.
you're guessing it's the two people in
I'm
one
picking
night?
number 2. I'm
And
taking number
then
2.
Pat, you
I
think it's
said cop.
the cop, and then Corey.
Well, what if she dated someone that just happened to be a cop?
It's
Okay,
just making out, but okay.
whatever.
Mhm.
I mean,
All right.
this is a tough one
Really? Okay.
for me.
What if they're all true and the two people were the stripper and a cop?
Oh,
What if the
that's
stripper was
meta,
dressed
dude.
as a cop? What if this all happened at the same time?
God dang it.
You know what? I'm just gonna go number 3 just for the hell of it. The cops. Cops are scary. Pass.
Okay, so the answer is making out with two people in one night. I have a
Ah,
lot of freakiness in me, but I feel gross doing sloppy seconds, even if it is just making out. Um,
Yeah.
I've made
Yeah.
out with more than one stripper, actually, and with a cop. He was off duty, but he was definitely a police officer, and he drank a lot, and I ended up getting him kicked out of the bar.
knew it. I knew it, guys. I
No.
told you. Guy just happened to be a cop. I did say date, but you know what I mean.
All right, let's go, LeRon. Even though you're typing it, but you got to say it out loud for the audience, LeRon.
Yeah,
I
LeBron's
will. I will.
check.
I
There.
will. I was just getting it all out there. All right. So given that the last two were themes, I'm also going to go with a theme. It's called LeRon Celebrity Edition. So here we
Mm,
go. Number one, I've seen Janet Jackson in concert. And actually, to make this more or less believable, I've seen Janet Jackson center stage. So there we go. Um, Number two, I've met Tom Cruise. Number three, I've had a conversation with President Bill Clinton.
Hmm, I don't
question.
know.
Am I allowed to ask a clarifying question about if you had a conversation with President Clinton while he was president or after he was
Yeah,
president?
while he was president.
Okay.
While he was president.
I'm going with 2. Tom Cruise.
Okay.
Mm,
I'm going to say that you did not meet Tom Cruise.
Okay.
I was gonna go with Tom Cruise, but I need to like be different, so I'll go with having a conversation with President Clinton while he was president.
All right. Okay.
He's like,
All right.
fools, it
So
was number one.
no. I was actually okay for the Janet Jackson concert. It was the State of the World Tour, 2019. Me and my best friend, we were seventh row center stage.
Nice.
Okay, so technically, I did not meet Tom Cruise, but Tom Cruise actually came to the boat I was stationed on in the Navy back in 95, 96, and I actually did see him. So I'm putting that in the met Tom Cruise category because at that point, that was the closest I'd ever been to a star or celebrity. So
You could
Stephanie,
just said been in the same room as Tom Cruise.
okay, yeah, okay, could have done that. So Stephanie got it right. I was I was supposed to
Mm,
have a 2-minute phone conversation with President Clinton while I was still in service in the military. But unfortunately, because of time constraints, most of us could not speak to the man. Like it was going to be like a big conference call thing.
mhm.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
It was basically going to be a whole thank you for your service type things, and like a couple of us had the opportunity to ask one question. Yeah,
Mm.
but time constraints like killed it.
Aw, that's a bummer. Would have been cool though.
It would have been cool, yeah, because I actually like Clinton.
Mm. Remember, he did not do it. He did not have sexual
He
relations.
did not have sexual relations with that woman.
Have you ever seen that meme of him sitting at the presidential desk and it says, "You're not going to believe there's two people in this picture"?
Yeah.
Good one.
Uh,
Oh man.
Makes me laugh
Do we
every
want to
time.
do a second round?
we could do a second round. I
Yeah.
can come up with
Yeah.
questions or
Okay.
answers.
All right. So wait, did anyone fool anybody?
I
No,
did.
Really?
like
Yeah,
yeah,
Corey
Corey.
fooled.
Okay, so Corey won that round then. So like he goes last this time. So
Boo.
you know what? Actually, I just went. So Pat or Stephanie, one of y'all go next.
All right. Let's explore my sex life.
Okay.
Okay. I have had sex in the shower. I have had sex in an elementary school parking lot. I have
Ooh,
had a
saucy one.
threesome.
Hope that wasn't with someone that went to elementary school. That'd be bad. Bad news.
What was the third one?
I've had a threesome.
Okay.
This seems like a trick one.
Yeah, it does. It does, right?
Yeah. I'm going to say shower.
I'm gonna say threesome.
I'm gonna say the elementary school parking lot because I can see Pat doing many things, so I can't see Pat like risking like getting arrested and becoming a sex offender.
But I was young and stupid at the time.
Everybody was young. Oh, okay. But elementary school parking. No, you weren't that damn young.
Early 20s. And
Maybe I was being too
she was
liberal.
of age too. No, Corey's correct. I've never had sex in the shower.
So
Oh, okay.
complicated. So unless you're like on vacation with one of them fancy showers, it's like I can barely fit in the shower by myself.
Yeah.
I mean, my wife's small, but
Yeah, I'm not having sex in one of those fancy. You talking about one of those fancy ass showers like where like glass is like the wall, right?
Mhm.
Glass
Uh-uh.
walls, there's plants, there's a couple different faucets everywhere.
I don't care. I don't care how temperate the glass is. I have an unhealthy fear of falling through the plate glass.
Well, if it's open, like, but it's like a hall. It's a long shower where the shower's kind of been a slightly enclosed spot, but it's kind of open on the back end.
Yeah, I've been in one of those. I've been in one of those showers. When I was in when I went to California over the summer. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Still managed to get water every fucking where.
Weirdest
Water.
shower I've had was one where the toilet was also there too, and you just kind of have a curtain that you like spin around.
Oh my.
Yikes.
All right, Stephanie. All right, Stephanie. Wow. Okay. All right, you're up, Stephanie.
Sure. This one's a lot more tame and more like a potpourri hodgepodge. Hold on. I just looked at them and all three of them are truths. Wait, hold on.
You fabricate a lie real quick.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's start over again. I got my first tattoo, first ever, at 30 years old. I broke my ankle when I was 16. I won $600 in roulette on the night of my bachelorette party.
Broken ankle.
Repeat number 3 again.
I won $600 in roulette the night of my bachelorette party. And that's on like one roll, like one thing, like one spin.
I'm saying number 3.
I'm gonna say number 1.
Number 2.
All right, the winner is Pat. I have never broken
Yay!
a bone, knock on wood, never broken a bone. My bachelorette party, we were just about to end the night, and then some guy saw the sash thing, and he gave me a $100 chip I forgot, something like that. He goes, "Here you go. If you win something, if you win money, just give me the $100 back. Whatever you win, you can keep." And I just put the 100 like on a number, and it hit, and I
Mhm.
won around six. Like I forgot the exact what it was. I just remember I was like around $600. So I gave him his 100 back. Um, and then yeah, I have 3 tattoos, and I didn't start getting tattoos till I was 30.
Okay. Damn. I could have sworn I heard you say you'd broken your ankle at some point. I could have
Mm-mm.
sworn.
Yeah, Steph's a runner.
All
That
right.
would hurt if she had a broken ankle.
All right. All right. Well, I hope everybody's been paying attention to all the one-on-one conversations that Corey and I have had when it's just been me and him on the show, because like we're gonna talk about my sex life here, and it's gonna be time to spot the lie out of
Oh
all this.
yeah.
Okay. All right. So earlier tonight, I did say that I have had threesomes. Um. So here we go. Here we go. I've had the two females, one guy threesome. So basically, I was the guy. Um. Number two. Oh, wait. Whoops. I wrote that wrong. That definitely said three just now.
3 females, 1 no.
I'm bad. Woo. Uh, number number two. Number two. Um, uh, the very first time I had sex, there was no condom.
Hmm.
And number three. I should make this a good one, shouldn't I? I should make this a good one, shouldn't I? All right. So for number three, um, I have I have accidentally gotten someone pregnant.
Hmm. Hmm.
I'm going with number 2.
Hmm.
I'm going with number 3 because you said I have to make this one interesting. So it makes me feel like you're making it up.
Hmm.
Or you said that to throw you off, to make it
It's
sound like
it's
he's making
probably
it up.
true. Yeah.
Corey, you said number two.
No, I didn't say anything yet.
Oh, you didn't say anything. Pat, you said number two.
Oh, sorry. No, that one makes sense. Number 1.
Number one.
Hmm.
Okay. Definitely, you're with you said
3.
you were three, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Corey.
Hmm. I feel like we talked about number 1 at some point.
I know he's had a threesome, but it was a guy and a girl.
Yeah, but I feel like we talked about this on the episode where LeRon and I had a conversation about sexuality.
About my sexuality.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I feel like we found out that I feel like we talked about that in particular. I'm going to say I also feel like we talked about number 3. I'm going to say number 2.
Okay. All right. So the actual lie is of all the threesomes I've had, I've never had one where I'm the only guy in the threesome.
Mm-hmm.
I've had the
Winner.
all male threesome, and I've had the 2 guys, 1 female threesome. I've never been what's the saying, the meat in the sandwich. I've never been that one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, you talked about the accidental pregnancy. I remember that one, about how you
Yeah,
were almost a dad.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah.
And honestly, the no condom the first time, that's like 3 out of every 4 teenagers.
Well, yeah, I definitely grew up in that era where parents were threatening people, or were threatening their kids not to get someone pregnant.
Yeah, that happens.
I'll pull out just in the right time.
Don't be a
Yeah.
dummy.
Yeah.
I'm on a tummy.
Yeah, because everybody else likes to raw dog it, like, for their first time now.
Yeah. To be fair, it does feel better.
Oh yeah, I can agree. I can agree.
Stephanie,
but
as a
I
woman, is there a difference between condom and no condom? Does it feel different?
so
Oh yeah, yeah.
Sorry, LeRon, is your
Yeah.
name Stephanie?
Yeah, it's his first name.
Wait,
You didn't
what?
know you didn't know he goes by his middle name, Stephanie LeRon Dawkins.
Well, I would say yes, it feels different. Like I can feel the difference, but as far as is it more or less pleasurable? No, it's still something being shoved up there. So,
I didn't hear that you were asking Stephanie for that question.
Yeah.
I just
I-
thought you were asking
No,
in
I
general.
I
I'm
think
sorry.
it. Yeah, I
so
feel like
if I was blindfolded, it'd be like, hey, condom or no condom? I can tell if there's a condom or not. But does it feel any better or worse? No. If you're fucking the right way, then it's gonna be just fine.
It's-
Now,
yeah.
now on the abstract end of that, like the average guy that's having receptive sex cannot tell if there is or is not a condom. Like
Oh,
so,
okay.
I can't. I let's put it this way: I can't tell the difference.
I feel like the penetrator feels the difference because it's not like as
Yeah,
warm and moist
Warm.
Well,
when you're
and
wearing a condom versus because the dick doesn't get wet
yeah.
when
like
it's excited.
there's a barrier.
Listen,
Yeah,
I
which is
get it, but it gets annoying when I've been in this dating scenario where the guy just doesn't wear a condom because he says it doesn't feel as good with a condom. But then I was in a situation, a health situation, where I needed, if I was going to have intercourse, it needed to be with a condom. And guess what? We just ended up not having sex, which pisses me off. I'm like, how come get punished by not having sex just because you really love having sex without a condom, but medically, for just a limited time, I can only have sex with a condom? I hated that. I resent that.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's
That's some bullshit.
selfish.
That's some bullshit. Yeah,
It may feel better without a condom, but you know what? It's still
It's still
sex, dude.
sex.
it's
Yeah.
still sex. Yeah,
And honestly, you tend to last a little longer with a condom.
that's you know what? There's I could teach people a thing or two about having sex with condoms. I could because like you want to know one of the okay for all you jackasses out there is like it doesn't feel like the same thing. You know what the fuck you do? You put a couple of drops of lube into the condom before you put the condom on, and guess
Mm.
what? You get that slick sensation, especially if you use silicone based lube. You get that same slick sensation because guess what? You know, we all know the average man does not pay attention. Like rule number one about having sex with a condom, you're always supposed to hold it onto your dick while you're doing your thing. You know, no
Mhm.
guy does that. No guy does that. So if you're not going to obey the rules, then put a couple of drops of lube in the condom. Do your thing. Just make sure the damn thing doesn't slip off. Because guess what? You guys are always wearing condoms that are way too big for your fucking asses anyway.
Has anyone
Heyo.
has anyone lost a condom
Ron just said
inside
you
of a
have a small
partner?
dick.
I have. I
I've had a
have, and it's
condom
not
break
fun.
inside of
I've
a
had a condom break
partner.
too.
Hmm.
I've had a condom break too.
Oh,
But
just
it
really.
wasn't like, but it wasn't like, it wasn't like it just up and like you know like how like like traditionally you can feel when it snaps, right?
Yeah.
Like it's more like it kind of like wore itself thin,
Yeah,
Mhm.
it
and some
ripped. It's the girl was scared because she thought a piece was in her. It's like, no, it just ripped.
yeah, 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 no, and I immediately, well, not immediately, but after a little bit of time, I was like, wait, this doesn't feel right.
Hmm.
Doesn't feel right.
It
It
does
feels like
not
something.
feel right.
It feels like something's grabbing me in a certain way, so I had to pull out.
Wow.
I don't.
You gotta think. I was the kid who was watching like the alien movies. You know, like like way
Hmm.
too young. So
Oh.
yeah, body horror like that.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah, like that was not a thing I was ready for.
Ooh,
I don't like things getting.
See this became an episode, a classic episode of After Dark. Wow, we did it.
holes.
Holes.
Steph
Sex.
Yeah.
was saying something.
Oh no, I was just. I asked that because there was a condom lost in me at one time, and I was really. I hated that. I hated that thought. Listen, a broken condom is scary, but you know what? At the end of the day, you just go get Plan B if you're not on birth control. Like I'm not saying it's the no big deal.
Wait. Oh, wait, the broken the broken condom, like after they finished, you found it, you discovered it was broken?
No. I'm just saying I would rather have a scenario of a broken condom than having one
Oh,
lost
then
up in
Plan B.
me. Because the one
Mhm.
time that happened, I like told the guy, I'm like, I'm not fucking putting my hand all the way up there. You're fishing it out.
I mean, that's the only. Okay, I was just about to ask I was just about to ask a question about that. Actually, I was like, who's the preferential person to like fish it out, like you or him?
Definitely gonna
And
be the
I'm
guy.
glad.
I don't like don't.
I'm Well, I'm glad you. I'm kind of glad you said the guy, because and maybe this is because I'm 48 years old. I'm very mature at this stage in my life and stuff like that. If I'm the reason why the condom's lost, I should at least be the person to offer to try and get it. You know, you know that's as long as it's not like, because consent is always key. Stuff like that. It could quickly become a violation. You know what I mean? Yeah, but that's where my head's at. I'm just like, like I'm trying to be, if anything, like being that supportive or anything, guarantees you get to go again later, and not just be the most embarrassing thing in the world for everybody. And guess what? Don't ever see me naked again, type of deal.
Funny thing about that broken condom, I later found out she was a sister of a person I went to church with.
Whoops.
Nice.
You and this church stuff,
Hey,
man.
look,
Oh,
man. Church
you know
girls
what?
are freaky, man.
You know what? Next episode after dark, Pat's in the hot seat for the episode.
Yeah.
We're gonna get down to the bottom of all his stuff. All right, everyone. That's our show for tonight. We want to thank you all for either tuning in or listening to Boss Rush After Dark. As always, as a reminder, check our show notes, whether you're checking out the video version of the show on YouTube or listening to the audio version on the podcast stations of your choice. You'll find out all the information about the show, as well as how to get in contact and stay in contact with us. And you'll also get information about our Patreon subscriptions and things of that nature. We want to thank our patrons, by the way, because without you, like we have a hard time keeping the lights on. Believe it or
Mhm.
not.
We
Patreon's
love
favorite
you
show.
the most.
Yes, we love you guys. Thank you for making this show the number one show of the Boss Rush Network. We love the fact that you guys prefer to hear us being ourselves than being a bunch of video game nerds that we already are, and stuff like that. We love it. We love it. On behalf of all my co-hosts here tonight, we want to just go ahead and say good night. Don't be a dummy.
Save your money.
And,
This day and age, yes.
yeah. Don't let a $70 mistake become like, how much did someone say it was?
God, millions of dollars. Diapers are expensive.
Yeah, exactly. All right, everyone.
$70.
Like the average date is usually the average date usually runs anywhere from $40 to $70.
Oh, okay.
Usually, yeah, the average date, and if the date's good, and wind up having a good time. Why are we giving extra content to the show? We can be talking about this on another episode. You know what? We love you guys. Y'all have a good night. We'll see you next time on Boss Rush After Dark, the alternative podcast show for the network, where we talk about stuff that's not always content appropriate for the other anchor shows on the network. We love you. Good night.
Bye.
Goodbye. If you want to be a Patreon producer, head on over to patreon.com/bossrushmedia, and find out which tier is right for you. Our Patreon producers at the $5 tier or higher for this month are Adriel Munger, Celeste Roberts, Christian S., Sana Dierig, Francisco Santillan, and Rebecca Jewell. Thank you for your continued support.